Hi there, welcome to Food for Thought. This is Eddie. This is the homestead channel that's going to teach you all about urban homesteading right in the city in Canada. So today we are going to be doing a yogurt. This is an easy yogurt. I got into doing this quite a while back because I was sick of I love yogurt, and I was sick of getting yogurts that were tons of preservatives, and the good ones are really expensive. So I'm going to show you how to do this really cheap. So this is going to be a recipe from Home Cheese Making. This is one of my favorite books just now, and you can get this if you go down to the description. There's a link you can buy it on Amazon, but there's a link down below, so you don't have to go searching for it. So right, this is such a simple recipe. All you'll need, I'm not going to buy, like in the book it asks for a gallon of milk. I won't go through a gallon of yogurt in like 2 weeks. Once it's sealed in jars, 2 weeks in the fridge, I'm not going to eat a gallon. And there's really only myself and my youngest son that actually eats yogurt. So what I do is normally make 2 liters at a time. You can use any milk whatsoever. Just so happened that this was the one I grabbed today, which is of whole milk, 3.25% in Canada. You can use zero, skim milk. That's actually really nice, and that's a very light yogurt. What else you'll need is to start with, if this is the first time you're ever going to do it, is a yogurt that has an active culture in it. So once you've got your active culture, you can start this. After that, you never need to buy this again. Once you've made it, you keep a little bit of your yogurt aside. You can either eat it plain or do whatever with it. I actually have it with a little bit of homemade strawberry sauce, which I'll show you a recipe for that in another video. But you just keep it another bit aside. So the next time you're going to make the yogurt, you just add, because this will have the active culture, you add that in there. Okay. So we'll get started by putting our milk into our pot. There we go. So we just turn it on to a medium heat. You don't want to come up too fast, but you want to bring the temperature up to 185 Fahrenheit, and I'll have to look at my notes, which is 85 in Celsius. So you bring that up to the temperature. I'm not going to stand here and let you do that. Ooh. Every now and then just give it a stir so it doesn't burn on the bottom. But because you're bringing it up on a gentle heat, it shouldn't burn. Alright, as the temperature is coming up right up to, I'm going to use a digital instant read thermometer. I've used it a couple of times just now, that's why you got the milk on it. But you can see around the edges that it's starting to bubble. It's because obviously it's heading up towards the boiling point, so it is going to bubble. So we'll see. There you go. So we don't obviously want it to come to boiling because I don't want it to come over the edge there. So we will turn that plate off. What we want to do now is get this temperature down to 116 Fahrenheit, which is 47 centigrade. And that way we can put in the bacteria culture, because obviously if we put in the bacteria culture at this temperature, bacteria culture dies. So we're coming down to the 120 mark. So I'm going to take it out of the water and then just let it cool down the last couple of centigrade, or Fahrenheit rather, naturally. For me this time I'm just using a plain Greek yogurt. of which, if I turn it around, oh, there it is. You'll see that it's got an active bacteria culture. In Canada, they only state bacteria culture. They don't actually state which bacteria are in the culture. Okay, so we've got down to the 116. So we'll put the spatula aside. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of the cultured yogurt. I just put in a nice big dollop. So what I'm going to, instead of putting it straight into here, what I do is just add a little bit of liquid from the yogurt into a pan. And then that way I can make sure that it is all mixed in nice and evenly. Then I put it into the, you don't have to do that step, you can just put it straight in if you want. I just want to see that that's mixed evenly. So we're going to just mix that through. I'll probably just use the spatula again. And that's it. The recipe then calls for lid to be put on and just leave it for about 6 hours for the culture to work, or until it's thick enough for what you like. Like this is obviously a nice thick Greek yogurt. You may like a thinner kind of yogurt. I actually like it to get to that stage, and then I can thin it out by adding a sauce to it. I do like it on its own, but I've added, you know, one of my favorites is strawberry. Vanilla is nice. I like to put vanilla extract, maple syrup, honey. It's endless what fruits and flavorings that you can put into your yogurt. I'm going to be doing a pineapple sauce, and also a bag of mixed fruit from Walmart, frozen fruit. So I'm going to make that into a sauce also. Again, that will be in another video, so we can come back and add that later. But for now, what I'm going to do is, because this is going to be sitting for about 6 hours. So unless it's, as I'm going to look up there, it's actually 9 o'clock at night. So I'm not staying up until 3 o'clock in the morning to get up to put this into the fridge. What I'm going to do is, I've got 2 containers. These are my High Sierra water bottles that I occasionally take to work or camping or whatever. But these are thermal containers, and I'm going to put in half in each because they hold about 1.5 liters. So, but if I put in, you know, half into each approximately. Actually, I could probably put all of it in there. Tell you what, I'm going to experiment. And it's all cooking is all about experimentation. I actually don't know if this will hold it all. Look at that. Right to the top. Fantastic. So put that aside. Then all I got to do is put on my lid. And that's good to know for next time, because I didn't know that I held 2 liters. And go to bed. Tomorrow morning, it'll be ready. So it's as simple as that. Thanks for joining me. This is Eddie. I will get back to you tomorrow morning and show you the last part of this. Good morning and welcome back. Right, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning or so. So we're going to have a look at our yogurt. And it's turned out perfectly. So why don't you come across and have a good look? Come here. Okay, so we can see with my little spatula. If you can see that has set beautifully. So all we need to do now is pour that through a cheesecloth to pour off the whey, and we're done. And see how clean that came off? Beautiful. Okay, so what we're gonna use, we can use two different things. Either a normal cheesecloth, you can buy it Walmart, dollar store. This is the last of my cheesecloth actually. So a normal cheesecloth, but I actually got my wife just to stitch me up some muslin. This was actually, I got this at Walmart. This was a bag for covering carcasses, hunting deer, you know, for protecting it while traveling. So it was a big long sock. So I got about four or five of these muslin bags that are washable, and it makes it ever so much easier. So all you'll need is a big bowl, big strainer, and I mean a nice big strainer, and then get your muslin bag in the strainer. And then just scoop out your yogurt. And obviously, if you like a thin yogurt, you don't actually have to do much of the. So let's pour a lot of that in, just drag it out. You don't have to drain it, much of it, or for long. And you can see it just comes out nice pieces. And you'll see that it starts to drain of the whey, so you just leave that for how long you want. I like it to be nice and thick, as I said last night, so I'm going to leave that for maybe 10 minutes so that I'm going to be good at that point. I've got obviously I did my strawberry last night. I did another video on that, so you'll have to catch that. There's no talking, it's just, you know, a video of me doing it. And then this morning I did the pineapple. I decided to try, I turned it off because I didn't want the bubbling in the background. So I still have this to thicken. I didn't put any cornstarch. I put some cornstarch in here to make it thicken quicker, but I haven't put any cornstarch in here. I wanted the nice vibrant yellow because I sometimes find the cornstarch. I could use arrowroot, which would probably be a better option. But I find that cornstarch dulls the color. So instead of it being a bright red, it's a kind of a dull pink, which is okay. It still doesn't change. But I like the nice vibrant yellow of the pineapple. So I'm going to leave that. So I'm going to turn that back on, and I'll come back to you in a little while once this is done. Okay? Thank you. So it's been about 20 minutes or so, and as you can see, it's got a beautiful shine to it, and your yogurt is ready. Underneath you'll see the liquid that's left. That's the whey. If you're going to be doing this a lot, I'd say keep that, because you can make ricotta cheese out of your whey. So all you need to do now is either put it into a mason jar to store in the fridge, or just put it into a Tupperware container. It doesn't need to be in glass. So put your yogurt into a Tupperware container and serve it. You can eat it right like this. It's beautiful, or chill it, completely up to you. Okay, so obviously, as I said, you can enjoy your yogurt plain, or you can add your favorite toppings. Thanks for joining us at Food for Thought. This is Eddie signing out. Join us next time.